President Thomas S. Monson. He told this story in an April General Conference in 1986. That very same year, we sent this story out as a Christmas card. When this happens, he is bishop at this time, not a general authority. Quote, on a cold winter's night in 1951, there was a knock at my door. A German brother from Ogden, Utah, announced himself and said, "Are you Bishop Monson?" I answered in the affirmative. He began to weep and said, "Mein Bruder, his wife and family are coming here from Germany. They are going to live in your ward. Will you come with us to see the apartment we have rented for them?" On the way to the apartment, President Monson said he told me he had not seen his brother for many years. Throughout the Holocaust of World War II, his brother had been faithful to the church, once serving even as a branch president, before the war took him to the Russian front. I saw the apartment. It was cold and dreary. The paint was peeling, the wallpaper spoiled, the cupboards were bare. A 40-watt light bulb suspended from the living room ceiling revealed a linoleum floor covered with large hole in the middle. I was heartsick. I thought, what a dismal welcome for a family which has endured so much already. My thoughts were interrupted by this brother's statement. "It isn't much, but it's better than they had in Germany." With that, he gave me the key to the apartment and left. He told me the family would be arriving here in Salt Lake City in 3 weeks, just 2 days before Christmas. The next morning was Sunday. In our ward welfare committee meeting, one of my counselors said, "Bishop, you look worried. Is something wrong?" I recounted to those present my experience of the night before, revealing the details of the uninviting apartment. There was a few moments of silence, and then Brother Erdely, the group leader of the high priest, said, "Bishop, did you say that apartment had inadequately lighted and that the kitchen appliances were in need of replacement?" I answered in the affirmative. He continued, "I am an electrical contractor. Would you permit the high priest of this ward to rewire the apartment? I would also like to invite my suppliers to contribute a new stove and a new refrigerator. Do I have your permission?" I answered with a glad "certainly." Then Brother Balmforth, the 70s president, responded, "Bishop, as you know, I'm in the carpet business. I would like to invite my suppliers to contribute some carpet, and the 70s can easily lay it and eliminate that worn linoleum." Then Brother Bruder, the president of the Elders Quorum, spoke up. He was a paint contractor. He said, "I'll furnish the paint. May the elders paint and wallpaper that apartment." Sister Miller, the Relief Society president, was the next to speak. "We in the Relief Society cannot stand the thought of empty cupboards. May we fill them." The 3 weeks that followed were ever to be remembered. It seems the entire ward joined the project. The days passed, and at the appointed time, the family arrived from Germany. Again at my door stood the brother from Ogden. With an emotion-filled voice, he introduced me to his brother's wife, and their family. Then he asked, could we go visit the apartment? As we walked up the staircase leading to the apartment, he repeated to his brother, "It isn't much, but it's more than you had in Germany." Little did he know what transformation had taken place, and that the many who had participated were now inside the apartment waiting our arrival. The door opened to reveal a literal newness of life. We were greeted by the aroma of freshly painted woodwork, newly papered walls. Gone was a 40-watt light bulb. along with a worn linoleum. We stepped on beautiful deep carpet and walked to the kitchen, presented to our view a new stove and a new refrigerator. The cupboard doors were still open. However, they now revealed shelves filled with food. As usual, the Relief Society had done its work. In the living room, we began to sing Christmas hymns. We sang Silent Night, Holy Night, all is calm, all is bright. We sang in English. They sang in German. At the conclusion, the father, realizing all this was his, took me by the hand to express his thanks. His emotion, however, was too great. He buried his head on my shoulder and repeated the words, Mein Bruder, mein Bruder, mein Bruder. It was time to leave, and as we walked down the stairs and out into the night air, snow was falling. Not a word was spoken. Finally, a young girl asked, Bishop, I feel better than I ever have before. Can you tell me why? I responded with the words of the Master, Inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me. On the way home, there came to my mind the words of O little town of Bethlehem. How silently the wondrous gift is given. So God imparts to human hearts the blessings of his heaven. No ear may hear his coming, but in this world of sin, where meek souls will receive him still, the dear Lord enters in. I pray we may all have a very Merry Christmas, and that we may help others to have the same.